Hello everyone, welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today we're going to just do a mock draft. Not too much going on right now, I didn't want to talk about otherwise. Just go through a mock draft, randomize our spot, just kind of see how our team looks at the end of it. With that being said, I'm going to try to get my schedule a little bit better. On Monday mornings, I think I'll go over my fantasy baseball leagues, the waivers that process for the week, and progress report on my teams. On here on the Fantasy Pros mock draft website, I was going to try to get a mock draft going with some guys this afternoon via the fantasy football discussion group on Facebook. Do like a little live stream, but it didn't quite materialize. I'll probably get that going one of these other days. So I'm just going to do a randomized, do a quick mock draft here myself. We got a second pick. We'll get started with that. Full point peep, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex spot. I'm not drafting defense or kicker. This will be a full point PPR league. Let's see what we got here. So McCaffrey goes number 1. Since this is PPR, we'll probably take Saquon. But normally I would lean Ezekiel Elliott here. I'm just going to go with Zeke here. And for me, he's safer than Barkley. Barkley might win you more weeks overall. And Barkley's got a tougher start to the beginning of the year as well. So we're coming back around the second round. Let's see what we got here. So Lamar Jackson's still there. Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Todd Gurley. So I did a draft earlier like this. And it seems like Nick Chubb's lasting a little bit longer nowadays. So that's something to consider in drafts. I'm going to take Austin Eckler here with the second pick. Full point PPR league. Definitely a good pick there. We'll see who goes in between them. We got Nick Chubb and so we got Eckler here. We got Zeke. We could hammer it home. We could get the third running back, get Lamar Jackson. We could get one of our first wide receivers. I think I'm just gonna try to go with a running back heavy here. So we're looking at Aaron Jones and Todd Gurley. Pretty much, I'm gonna go Todd Gurley. So we start out with Zeke, Eckler, and Gurley now. So our running backs are pretty much set. After this, probably have to go target some wide receivers. Looks like a whole bunch of them are flying off the board in between our picks. Let's see what we got here. Dak's out there. So the quarterbacks are gone. Tight ends are been gone. Actually, Ertz and Andrews is gone now too. So maybe we should have took a wide receiver the last time, because it fell off pretty good there. Probably go Terry McLaurin here. Yeah, we'll go with Terry McLaurin here. I was kind of hoping Lockett or somebody like that kind of make it back to me. So we got DK Metcalf, T.Y. Hilton, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Landry, AJ Green. This one kind of sucks because we don't pick for a while again. I feel like I don't really want Hilton. I don't really want Metcalf. I don't really want Diggs. Might just have to take Tyler Boyd. I know it's not it's probably going to give us a worse grade just because I did that, but full point PPR, he's not going to hurt us at all. Edelman went off the board. I was kind of hoping Edelman would make it back to us there. Obviously that didn't happen. So maybe we can double dip here. Maybe we can get Will Fuller here and then come back around and get maybe Jamison Crowder on the swing. We'll see if that works out. So that worked out. Kyler and Debo went in between us. Just take a look over here. We could get David Montgomery, but we're pretty set at running back already. Quarterback not too worried about yet. Tight ends, these are this is the range where I'm not drafting tight end at all anyways. So I think we'll take Jamison Crowder. Next guy I would probably take would be Anthony Miller, but it's a little early for him. So we'll go Crowder in the 7th. Not too upset about that at all. We'll take a look at the team once we come back around here. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Boyd, Will Fuller, Todd Gurley, and Jamison Crowder. So I feel like we got a good start to our team. Obviously, we need a quarterback and a tight end still, and then some depth pieces, obviously. Here we could go with Josh Allen if we wanted to. Matt Stafford's still there. Cam Newton's there. Probably going to try Stafford this time, so hopefully we can wait a little while for him. Running back, we could try Raheem Mostert stab here. I haven't been doing that too often. I'm not really going to go after Geis. Maybe Jones here. And we got Anthony Miller there, Darius Slayton. So I think we're going to try the Raheem Mostert here. We already got 3 good running backs, so like if he doesn't do anything, it's not going to be the end of the world. If he does good, then like we can just work him into the rotation. Nothing too crazy. I could say the same thing about Ronald Jones. Maybe we could have picked him in one of the picks, but now since I already took Mostert, like I don't really want to do that. We'll go with Anthony Miller with this pick. Jalen Reagor's probably like the next guy. They're both kind of good upside picks for this year, I think. Reagor went off the board there. So I seen Hawkinson come off the board there. So I think a couple tight ends have gone since we last picked. So we got Jared Cook, Austin Hooper, Mike Gesicki. Okay, so I was trying to see maybe if we could swing Hayden Hurst back around. It didn't happen. Go quarterback. Allen and Stafford are both there. Let's go look at the draft board real quick. So we're there. They both have quarterbacks. I think look like 2 or 3 other teams don't have quarterbacks. Pretty much every team has almost every team has a tight end. So I can probably wait at tight end. There's like 2 teams that don't have tight end, and it's on this end and this end. So I think we'll wait on tight end for a round. Let's get back here. At this point, we could go with somebody. We could go like a Darrell Henderson and Madison, Pollard, somebody like that, Zach Moss. So I'll probably take one of them. I'm going to take Henderson. I haven't taken him yet in a draft. Obviously, he's competing for touches with Cam Akers and Malcolm Brown. We'll just take a shot on him this time. Gesicki came up here. He's one of the tight ends I might think about like here if I was taking one. Obviously, I talked about him a little bit in I think it was the last video. Let's see if we got a wide receiver worth taking at all or not. Deshaun Jackson's there. But otherwise, there ain't a whole bunch of anything. I feel like this is real late for Josh Allen. You look at his ADP is 86. I guess we'll just take him. Like, I was figuring I was gonna take Stafford, but like he's just sitting there like, and it's like a couple rounds later than he was gonna go, or like a couple rounds later than he normally goes. So it's like, why not take him? I guess. So now we're kind of, let's see. So we need tight end. We got 2 bench spots, so we can fill out our bench a little bit more if we want to. Let's see what we got at running back. Jamal Williams, nope. Darrington Evans and Gio Bernard. Damian Harris is there. If you guys haven't already seen Raquel Armstead here, he's popping up with the COVID IR. It says he was added to the COVID/reserve list on the 2nd, so a couple days ago. So I think like Damian Harris, Joshua Kelly, Anthony McFarland, those are people I'd be looking at running back. Wide receiver, we're kind of at like where we got to take a shot on somebody. So like Paris Campbell, John Ross, somebody like that. So I'm not like reaching for them right now. Actually, we're going to take somebody else with one of my last picks that I've normally been doing. So we got tight ends here. We got Noah Fant, Dallas Goedert. So I'm not going to draft Goddard, even though like he's good, but he's still the backup. Jonnu Smith, Doyle. So the tight ends went off the board pretty good in this draft. If this was a league I'm in, since there's so many tight ends that went off the board, maybe I'd double dip. Maybe I'd get a Jonnu Smith and an Eric Ebron. Let's just take Smith. We'll see how the rest of it plays out. Maybe I'll take Ebron on the way like towards the end of the draft. Or I guess he'd be our last pick probably. Because we can still get, I don't know if we're going to do that. So we got Damian Harris here. Damian Harris and Joshua Kelly be the 2 guys I'm kind of considering. I've been moving Joshua Kelly a little bit up on my board. I think he's going to get more touches than a lot of people are expecting. I don't know if Damian Harris is going to get there, especially with Burkhead still around. So we'll take Joshua Kelly here. And I believe we got one more pick left, and that'll be our last pick for this draft. You guys see that was a long ways around. You see here, you got Paris Campbell, Steven Sims going. Those are 2 guys that are getting a lot of hype. we could look at. So let's just go over my team real quick. We got Josh Allen, Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Boyd, Will Fuller, Jonnu Smith, Todd Gurley. And then we got Jamison Crowder, Raheem Mostert, and Anthony Miller, Darrell Henderson, and Joshua Kelly. Actually, if you look up here, Zeke and Eckler had the same bye week. Actually, Gurley does too. So obviously, if you're in a real league, you're not going to want to draft 3 running backs to start the draft that had the same bye week. I wasn't really paying attention to that when we were drafting. So maybe when I took Gurley, I would have took Aaron Jones instead, or maybe in the beginning we take Barkley instead of Zeke or something like that. But this is just a demonstration model. Somebody I think that's going to rise up a lot of draft boards or get drafted in a late round is going to be Bryan Edwards. I'm not even sure where he's at on this list. Him, Jalen Hurd, they're 2 guys I like. They're probably going to go undrafted. But they could both see quite a bit of playing time, especially early this year. I'm just going to go... Oh, somebody did take Eric... We're not going to take Eric Ebron. Somebody already took him. So, I mean, we could go with Blake Jarwin or like Ian Thomas or somebody like that. But I think going into this season, we're just going to go with Jonnu Smith. If he doesn't work out, then we'll just pick somebody off the waivers for this league. You know, it's just a mock. Let's see if we can find Bryan Edwards. Bryan Edwards. So on here he's 108 for wide receiver, I think. And ADP's got him at 285, so he's starting to rise a little bit, even though most leagues aren't drafting that late. So even with taking Bryan Edwards there, we got an A in this draft. So obviously the Fantasy Pros website, or obviously the mock draft simulator, liked what we did here. I think this is a pretty well balanced team. Obviously you got the bye weeks that could be. You get the bye weeks that could kind of hurt you, especially taking those 3 running backs early. But overall, it's a pretty solid team. I might look real quick to see how some of these other teams came out. So the first team with McCaffrey, Chubb, Evans, Sutton, Parker, Debo, Murray. It's not too bad to start there. You weren't too bad a team. Then we got our team. Then next guy had Barkley, Galladay, Aaron Jones, Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, Marvin Jones, Russell Wilson, John Brown, Kerryon Johnson. So, like, his team's okay. Doesn't have a whole bunch of running back depth. Kind of interesting here. He took the 2 former Iowa tight ends together. So, if you're going to take, like, 2 flyer guys, that's fine. And then this guy took Michael Thomas, George Kittle, Juju, Melvin Gordon, James Conner. That's not a bad team. That's not a bad start. Like, Deontay Johnson. I don't know why he took Higbee when he already took Kittle there. Seems kind of like... pretty much like a waste of a pick there. James White, Darius Guice, Michael Pittman, Aaron Jones, Justin Jackson, Matt Stafford. So I don't know how he took Rodgers and Stafford. Paris Campbell late is fine. So let's see. Adams, Robinson, Andrews, Lockett, Swift, Kirk. Kirk seems kind of early there. Mark Ingram. Swift's early too, actually, in the 5th. Breeze, Ronald Jones, Latavius Murray. So, like, I don't hate his team, but, like, it's nothing great. Kamara, Jacobs, Lamar, A.J. Brown, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Cooks. That could be a pretty good start to a team right there. Gronkowski, Sanders, Dobbins, Watkins. So he's got some running backs with upside there. And then Dallas Goedert. He could have a tight end problem, too, if Gronk and Goddard both don't do anything. Let's see. Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Robert Woods. That's 4 really good wide receivers to start. So he went 0 RB. Le'Veon Bell in the 5th. That's a pretty good pick. So Matt Ryan, Hayden Hurst, David Montgomery went in the 8th. This was a weird draft. There's a lot of wide receivers early in this draft. So maybe our strategy didn't work out too well since we went running back heavy and then all the receivers came off the board. With that being said, that's kind of part of knowing your league. Just knowing what people around you are likely to do and trying to find value where there's value. So maybe we should have taken a wide receiver early instead of like our 3rd running back, and then came back around and found running back value later, because he found some pretty good running back value later on there. Dalvin Cook, Clyde Edwards-Helaire still in the 2nd round in this mock. computers probably ain't moved him up all the way yet. Odell, Ertz, AJ Green. He took 2 tight ends real close together. I don't like that. Sterling Shepard. So I don't really like that team. So this one had Patrick Mahomes go in the first round in a PPR league, non-superflex. Interesting. So, but he went out the Mahomes, Kelsey stack, Jonathan Taylor, Leonard Fournette, Stephon Diggs, Michael Gallup, Cam Akers, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, a bunch of rookies in a row. I don't really like that team either. Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, that's a pretty good start. DJ Moore, Cooper Kupp, Marquise Brown, Julian Edelman, that's a solid team right there. Hunter Henry, that's all right in that round. Tom Brady, Jordan Howard, I like Sony Michel, I kind of like that pick too. Brandon Ayuk, Antonio Gibson, Eric Ebron, and Jared Goff. So that's the guy that sniped Ebron on us. So besides like him taking the second tight, well, I don't mind the second tight end too much, but I don't think you really had to take Jared Goff there. Otherwise, his team looks pretty good. Kenyon Drake, Joe Mixon, I like that start. Adam Thielen, DJ Tark, Jarvis Landry, that's not too bad. Landry maybe a little early. Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Carson Wentz, Jalen Reagor, Philip Lindsay, Preston Williams, Tony Pollard, Daniel Jones, Irv Smith. So besides his last 2 picks, I really like that draft. And then last one, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, and Amari Cooper. See, I don't mind you taking Amari Cooper here if you kind of do this strategy because you got you got wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. If he's your wide receiver 3, I don't mind it as much, but in general, I wouldn't take Amari Cooper. Like, I'm not taking him in the 3rd, 4th round. I'm just going to take somebody else like him in the 6th round who can be my wide receiver 3. You got Chris Carson, Deshaun Watson, David Johnson, Devin Singletary. So that wasn't too bad. But like I said, there wasn't as many running backs going early, so then he was able to get Chris Carson and David Johnson there. Henry Ruggs, Golden Tate, Mecole Hardman, Jared Cook, Zach Moss, LaShawn McCoy, and Jack Doyle. So not too bad team overall there. I think compared to a lot of teams, we're probably a top 3 team in this mock. Obviously, the grade showed an A on there, so it agreed with us. Like I said, we're going to do a lot of different drafting, whether it's a strategy, drafting in different spots, anything like that. So this was obviously a 2-spot for Full Point PPR League. If you guys like this mock, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be much appreciated. If you're a current or new subscriber and you haven't hit the notification bell, it's right down below. It'll let you know every single time I post a video. Like I said, I'm going to try to be getting my schedule a little bit more together for posting the videos. Monday's probably going to be fantasy baseball, like recapping the waivers going into the week, how my teams are doing, and then just based on the week, we'll be doing a lot of fantasy football, a lot of mock drafts. If there's any news coming up, they'll kind of be in the middle of the week. Then towards the end of the week, we might talk a little bit different strategies. On the weekend, probably have one video up during the weekend, just depending on the week. But overall, that's kind of an overview of what to expect. Like I said, I think this mock draft went pretty well for us. If you guys want to get in a mock draft with me sometime, let me know down in the comments. You can get a hold of me on the email coachcraigsports@gmail.com. You can find me on the Facebook page at Coach Craig Sports. If you're in the fantasy football discussion page, you can find me on there as well. I'm going to try to get a live one going at some point here. Also tonight, which will probably, so this will probably come out before this video comes out. I'm going to do a live rookie draft. One of the guys in the fantasy football discussion page is just getting a couple of us together, and we'll be working on that. But that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day.